And going back more on that whenever we do any action, any act, there will be our nature supporting that action, And going back to 5,000 years ago, in Gita, Lord Krishna has told Arjuna also, that you do the action, but the fruit of that action will be from me, from God. So if the fruit is not in our hands, then the master key is, why don't we keep him in the center, Why don't we keep God in the center, And then do the action. If we do the action by remembering God, then naturally our ego will not be a bad ego, We will not be doing something improper, And that is why we are telling, that whenever we want to do something, we want to do anything, we want to do the prayer first, By doing the prayer, we are focusing from the out of focus to the right focus, And with that, we will be not making something egoistic or something wrong, This looks like a very simple thing, But it is challenging to put in a practical life, That whenever something we want to do, we want to put the prayer first, the God factor first, and then do the actions, And if we have not learned that, if we have not practiced that, then it is harder, But as we keep practicing more, if we keep trying more, then it becomes easier, And when it becomes normal, standard in our life, then, we are going to be, not using the bad ego, Our ego will not be, used in the wrong way. To some, Kakaji was even telling, that even if you want to do something, out of emotion, go ahead and do it, but first remember God, So, some people may say that if somebody wants to do something wrong, why would, person want to do, dhoon? But there is a big, secret into that, that our mind wants to do something out of the norm, but we have a habit of doing that with the God factor, That God factor will bring back on the track, Even though we may learn from something we have done, but we will not be repeating that, or maybe we may not be totally focused in that, but we will be learning from that and get out of it, So, when I was in the beginning years, when I had met Kakaji, so we used to go to India, and there Sonaba, was in Vidyanagar, And if we go to see her, then Sonaba would be talking to some other devotees and people also, And some people have problems or anything, Sonaba would tell that you do Mada and your problem will go away. So now, in a logical way, if somebody has come with problem and doing Mara is going to solve that, is not making good, logical sense, But when that person is doing that, somehow it works out, somehow it happens, Somehow it makes that person come out from the problems, And it has happened in my life, it has happened in so many other people's life, that doing this Dhun and Mada has made a big difference, big change, So, a simple way to your question is, that any action you want to do, create a habit of doing Dhun and prayer first, And then let God draw the chart of that action. And if that action is still not acceptable by the society, that's fine, Because you have confidence that you have remembered God and you have done this, and one day society will appreciate that, And there are so many examples, in the history, that some of those people, they have done things, that society was not accepting, But today, they are really admired, Narsi Mehta was, one example, in Junagadh, that he used to go to the lower caste people and do the bhajan and singing there, And he was from Brahmin family. So there was a very strong caste system at that time, And if somebody is going to the lower caste, they would excommunicate, those people, because they have been spoiled, Vatlai gaya kehvay, Narsi Mehta was so advanced, so elevated, that he was not seeing that way. He was seeing human to human, And he was saying that this poor people, they have very good heart. While the others, which are rich people, they are squeezing people's blood and making money, So he was very happy, to go and, do bhajan and with open heart, singing and other thing, with those people, Today we can see that that system is going away. Very limited people, would still think about, the caste system, And it will, eventually it will, go away also, Samnar Bhagavan did that same thing, He was Brahmin family, But when he came to Gujarat, he was touching the lower caste people, Kachi, Kanbi, Kodi, Kathi, Kadiya, all KKK, And today we see, that they are very well, elevated, Those people are better than, other people, In one town, there was one lower caste person, that somebody from the rich class offered the food because they had some occasion, I think it was a marriage occasion or something, and the groom died, So all the food was there and nobody would be eating, This food will be, wasted, spoiled. So those leaders decided that let us give to the lower caste, people, they would eat, So they talked to the head of the lower caste people and he was Swaminarayan devotee, So he humbly said, that I know you want to offer us the food, but we are Swaminarayan, and we don't eat garlic and onion. And you put garlic or onion in your food, and we will not be able to eat. Those guys say, are you kidding, over this pricey food, and you are rejecting it, But that is the quality, that is the value, right? So the whole caste system, disappeared. Gunatitanand Swami did the same thing, He selected Bhagaji Maharaj and Jaga Swami as their best devotees. So, we want to do the action which by praying first and God guided, then it would be best answer. Our ego will be, melted. Our humbleness will arrive. But we have to create this habit. We have to do this habit. And as we do more and more, then it would give us better and better result. So અમારી બ્રાહ્મી આવી કે હજુ નથી આવી ભાઈ? હજુ નથી આવી નહીં? So we talk about Brahmi and Brahmin. So does that maybe, help you? Okay. There are very simple actions, but those actions are very powerful, So you talk about action, right? That if I do any action and I should not have any ego. So I'm giving you this guidance that on that action there is a super action, You do the dhun, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, and then do the action, And then you will be a winner, Yeah. And you young, people are very fortunate, that at your young age, you are picking up this thing, this, very valuable, basic fundamentals, where some of the others, they have learned that at later age, and young age is the best time to, catch it and pick it up, So, but today, some of our youngsters are downstairs, Huh? Okay. Okay. They will be not quite here. They will be making more actions here. Eh? Well, if they want to, So Yogi Bappa એવું કહેતા કે દરેક બાબતમાં in every action we should put the spices of Bhagwan's name, And hi Rishi, we have room in front. Good boy. Very good. Huh? What is that? iPhone? Motorola? So Rishi and Narayan and Ansh and everybody, you come here also if you want to, Ansh. Ayush. So our Sahaj Bhai was asking a question, Rishi. Our Sahaj Bhai was asking a question. That was last Friday. You were here last Friday, right? Yeah. Right, Narayan was there. And Narayan was the first one to answer, right? Do dhun, right? So Rishi, our Sahaj Bhai has a nice question. You think he can repeat? Give the mic.
The question is, how do you do an action without having a bad egoistic feeling at the end?
You got it? Do you think you can say something? Let him finish, then your turn.
Wait, should I answer?
Huh?
Should I like give an answer? Did you get the question? Did you understand the question?
So do you want to answer? No? Okay, then Narayan.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do Swaminarayan while you're to not get an ego boosting feeling, but you could also do the things that wouldn't give you an ego boosting feeling, like if you wanted to say you wanted to like help someone doing a cartwheel, but another person's trying to help them, and you say, I can help them. And once you help them do the cartwheel, you get an ego boosting feeling that you can do it and they can't. Maybe don't do it if you know that you will get an ego boosting feeling.
That's a PhD level answer.
His son's, his father's son. His father's son.
Thank you, Bida. Yeah. You want to say something? No? There is Brahmi. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brahmi.
Here is a ballerina gymnastic.
Are you sure you are 1 year older than last year?
Sure, he's smaller.
You feel more younger, that's why. After all this exercise. So we have one question from Sahaj Bhai. And the question was that whenever you do any action, how do you make sure that you don't have negative ego? So Shankar uncle is saying something on that. And you can say after if you want to also on your birthday.
સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. નિજાત્મનમ બ્રહ્મ રૂપમ દેહત્રય વિલક્ષણમ.